Detroit Lions tank, or should they try to bend the corner and make the playoffs this year? Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to this bell icon button, hit all notifications, increase your chance of getting the notifications. Check out Detroit Lions Talk Playlist, more videos like this. So, yeah, a lot of fans was seeing the playoff graphic and seeing they were still in it to win it. Gotta remember they added 2 playoff teams, one in the NFC and one in the AFC. So, you know, you look at all 4 NFC East team was the division that was the weakest, and the weakest you get a lot of high draft picks, and now they're the strength of the NFC. Excuse me. It might be one of the better teams in the NFL. It's like a better division than the AFC West, but then again, they got one of the easiest schedules in the league, so that might be making that division seem like they on steroids a little bit, right? But I mean, we played them all. So we played them all already. We beat Washington. We had a chance to beat Philadelphia. Some bad, coaching got us to lose that game. Beat New York. Lost to Dallas. Had a lot of injuries in Dallas. The fumble on the goal line. I mean, in hindsight, they really trying to make a playoff push. Though that Philadelphia Eagles game, that Minnesota Viking game, which I could blame it on coaching and not knowing how to preserve a lead, which is still an issue we seen this past Thanksgiving. But a lot of injuries happened in that game, right? Yeah, a lot of injuries happened in that game. So, I mean, it was a couple. I mean, it's just games you look at. They should have went their way. The Patriot game, a lot of injuries, but they popped us. On paper, that was a game they were supposed to win, going against a backup quarterback. So they had a lot of games where the season turned around, but when you limping into the season with a bunch of injuries, the injury bug is contagious, and they suffered a lot of injuries coming into this year, and they starting to get healthy. Some of the guys that was healthy got injured. Like Tracy Walker, Charles Harris, to name a few. St. Brown got injured, got healthy, and back, with a second breath. Second win. So, injuries. I feel whichever way you go, to me, it's no bad answer, because you should be coming back. You should be getting a lot of guys back next year, 100%. So it's going to be looking like 2 draft classes that you're getting back next year. And that's how I look at it. Then you got DJ Shark that look a lot better after the injury. I mean, if Jared Goff kind of hang in there a little bit, or I kind of, manipulate the pocket or step up in the pocket, that's a touchdown. They've been on point all year. It's just that Shark wasn't catching them, and like he come back now, his hands look a lot better. So, I mean, I think it's no brainer you bring him and Reynolds back, Jameson Williams, St. Brown. I mean, that's a good 4 receiving core, and you bring Khalif Raymond back. That's a good 5, and even I think Tom Kennedy make a case to step in the slot. So for a 6 guy, but whichever way you go here, it's fine. I mean, you're not like where you're the Pistons at. Where in the NBA, it's 82 games, but they're going to have to catch hella fire to come back. You know what I'm saying? And they fight hella injuries. The Lions, they fighting injuries, and they getting experience. So you getting experienced guys that's getting experienced starter minutes. You know what I'm saying? Who might go back to being backups next year, or might steal some starting roles next year. You know what I'm saying? So, but if I'm them, I'm going for it. Jacksonville, Minnesota. Hopefully you can get back Josh Pascal healthy, Julian O'Court healthy with an extended week, going into week 13. So yeah, I'm going for it. Jacksonville, Minnesota, Carolina, Green Bay. I might be missing a team in there. Yeah, I'm going for it. The Rams make it a lot easier, and also entice you to be like, okay, maybe we should shut some people down and try to get 2 top 5 picks. The Raiders just won. Houston looking like they're probably going to run away with some, picks. With the top pick, they need a quarterback. Fine. I mean, so, like I said before, now, I'm going to talk about Zach Wilson later. We already talked about Lamar. That's going to continue to heat up. There might be a couple other guys that may be available. So, at the end of the day, you want to just put yourself in a position to get one, they have full flexibility. If you can get 2 top 5 picks, cool. But I just think we want to see them start to turn that corner. If they don't make the playoffs this year, we'll start to see them turn that corner and we'll put some wins together and get some momentum going into next year. But all that momentum don't always carry from one year to the next. But NFC looking so weak this year. Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady not ruling it with an iron fist. New Orleans falling off without Sean Payton. Atlanta not stepping up. Minnesota seeming like phony goats up there. Never really believed in them being a top NFC team with an 8-1 or none of that nature. They remind me of that Lions team where they lost to Dallas in the championship in the NFC wild card round, where we had a lot of comebacks, double-digit comebacks from behind, and we was finding ways to win the game, but we wasn't a stable winner in the NFL. It was just like luck, and then they kind of fell apart at the end. Their offense just really wasn't clicking until urgency kicked in, and that's not a recipe to win football games. So yeah, I like to see them go for it. Having the Rams, if Stafford gonna sit out, Cup gonna sit out, and you could secure a top 5 pick or another high pick, so be it. As far as the quarterbacks go, to me it looked like Bryce Young a bust. CJ Stroud, you just gotta evaluate him as an individual quarterback and not as an Ohio State quarterback. Can we get him to go through his progressions? He got the arm talent, he got the accuracy, but he has some really good talent around him. What happens when we take that talent down a few notches? Can he do it? You know what I'm saying? And the draft, being salary cap now, makes it a lot easier to move on from guys like Zach Wilson or other busts like that. So potential busts, I don't want to call them busts, but like I said before, come on. So I'd rather see them kind of bend the corner and try to make a push for it. But if you lose to Jacksonville, then I think, might as well see what you got out there. The young guys. So, but they're going to a whole different crop of players back next year that should come back 100% healthy. And it's going to look a lot different. A lot of the guys that's playing now, they're probably going to go slide back to reserve roles. Some guys probably not going to give up their starter roles. You know what I'm saying? So, it should look like a different team. And I think the draft for this turnaround is just the icing on the cake at this point. I think finding a quarterback is key. But everything else they put around the team defensively and all that type of stuff, finding probably a right guard to replace High-Tie, it's going to be interesting. But I think I like to see him go for it. Because anything can happen. As you getting Pascal back, hopefully. You get Charles Harris back, hopefully. You get some of these dudes back. Jeff Okudah you get back. So, yeah, it'll make a lot of sense. Go for it. And see what you go at down the stretch. So, it's going to be some new faces next year. It's going to be some guys here that's going to be in new places. But I think you bend that corner and you tell them we go full steam ahead. These are playoff games for them. If they make it or not, they are. The defense is starting to gel. Aaron Glenn like to play a lot of man-to-man. You can't play man-to-man when you don't have the pass rush up front. You got to play bend, don't break. So we have to get back to what he played last year and that philosophy. And just, we're going to play far off. We're going to come up and, challenge you when the ball get there. We're going to stop the run and stuff like that nature. So, going into next year, you probably want to get another pass rusher. You don't have to, but can't have too many of them. Probably want a middle linebacker. Start developing him now with Anazzoni. Honestly, you could use a corner. Love Jerry Jacobs. Probably slide him on the inside. Get rid of Mike Hughes. And probably most important behind quarterback, because you can't depend on Levi Onwuzurike. You're probably gonna need a guy in the middle of that defense who can do everything, can rush the passer, stop the run. That Ndamukong Suh type guy, Jerome McCoy type guy in the middle of the defense. Don't bank on Pascal and Onwuzurike to do so. So, yeah, they got some needs out there, and they got some money in free agency to play with. They got picks to play with. I don't feel that they probably need to go get a tight end either. So, well, yeah, I go full steam ahead. Get Jared Goff every chance to prove that he's the guy. But it started with their next year's finding their quarterback. I think we all agree. Watching Goff, we probably want more of a mobile threat at the quarterback position. So, Yep, probably one more of a mobile threat. And Stroud is the guy. Young is the guy. I mean, you know, when I see him Stroud, everything right, just he don't impress me. Bryce Young, he impresses you, but you know, the stature is kind of crazy. The athleticism is crazy. The arm is great. You know, but it ain't like they go into a situation and where they ain't gonna have talent coming here unless they all get injured. But in a situation where there's talent's a bunch, and you know, Bryce Young gonna be interesting. Be very, very interesting for him. So, I mean, Jaden Daniels, I think they say he was in a walking boot. He lost to Texas A&M. Hooker might be a guy you draft later on towards ACL, maybe stash him. So Levis is a guy I haven't seen play much. Older quarterback like Hooker, but just off the top, in my opinion, totally can change as I break down film. I think it's Young. I don't know about the kid from Florida. Very athletic. I don't know if he's coming back. He's probably coming back. I think he's a junior. I think he's probably coming back next year. You know, nice development guy. But obviously the crown jewel is Caleb Williams, but he's not eligible unless he go to court and fight for that ruling. So he ain't eligible right now. So that's the crazy part about it. Older, you know, young guy. But he ain't old enough right now. So, you know, people say we can wait till next year to get Caleb Williams. Move one of them picks, get a next year pick. You know, you never know who's gonna be good or bad. Look at the NFC East. You just never know. So, I mean, I think it's Young and everybody else. And development of Jaden Daniels, it's tough. He was in the system for 1 year. Seemed like got comfortable, athletic, been a big time player on every level. He kind of like got a little hitch, a little funkiness to his throw. And the NFL has never been fans of that little funkiness, that little hitch in his arm. They've never been fans of that elongated motion. So they got to break the film down and see. But I think it's Bryce right now for us and then everybody else. So, I mean, if you ain't talking about the free agent guys, like Lamar, or guys who might be available like Lamar and stuff like that. So, let me know what you girls and guys think. Check out Detroit Lions Talk. Playlist more videos like this. Find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. All the information is on my link tree. I appreciate everybody supporting the channel. Don't forget you can support my main channel right here on YouTube, Goodfella TV, for more sports, music, news, and entertainment. It's Goodfella TV right here on YouTube, more sports, news, and entertainment. Appreciate the love and support. Peace.